bright star in the dark space. Babe, it never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the video I felt like I would never film, if I'm being honest, and it's finally here. I actually started the night before trying to clear out this landing area because it had a ton of toys and probably some trash too. So I went ahead and cleared it out and put a lot of the toys into the playroom, and then I took stuff downstairs that needed to go downstairs, and then we will jump straight into the playroom. I'm so glad I got this done for you guys. Y'all were so encouraging to me over on Instagram yesterday because we woke up and decided we are cleaning the playroom. We are not ending this day until it is clean, and we got it done, and it looks so much better now. So I cannot wait for you guys to see this video.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away.
For those of you who are newer to my channel, I thought I would give a little bit of a background as to why we're doing all of this stuff. First of all, if you are new, hi and welcome. My name is Joanna Thornton, and we actually have two channels. We have a family vlogging channel too, which I will always link in my description box. And then this is my cleaning and organization and just mom motivation channel. And I post every Sunday and Thursday on this channel. And then on our family vlogging channel, I post every Tuesday and Saturday. So I decided at the beginning of all of this staying home thing that we wanted to completely change around the upstairs. The kids had been talking about it for a while too. So we decided to move the boys into the girls' room. So they went from having their own room to sharing, which is what they wanted to do. And then the girls now have their own rooms, and we did videos on all of those room transformations. I will try to link those in the description box as well. But then in the process of all of that, you guys know how much of chaos it is to just kind of shift everything around. We ended up making the playroom like our central location for the craziness, which you're about to see right here. And it has been that way for months, and it is crazy. You cannot even move around in it. It is ridiculous because my kids cannot play in it, and there's so much that we need to go through that is both the fault of my kids and of Mark and me. So we got in here and we got it all done, and I cannot wait for you guys to see the befores and afters.
Tonight we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay?
As we started on things, I think I definitely felt very overwhelmed, and I think the only place my brain could go was to what can we get rid of and what can we donate. And so I just started making some bins of things that I knew we would give away, and then from that I got these plastic bins, and I figured that I could start to organize things. So I knew that we had a ton of train stuff and a ton of car stuff and whatnot, so I just put that in the corner of the room and started working from that. And everybody does things differently. Everybody organizes things differently. And I'm human too. And I know some people might look at this room and think, how in the world can you have a room get to that point? But it actually wasn't really that hard. It was just really honestly neglect more than anything, and feeling overwhelmed and procrastinating and just really not wanting to do it. But even though the day was hard and we worked our tails off, it was so worth it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat for it to feel this good. And another big problem that I have, and that I realized that I have, are all these pillows. I actually did get rid of a ton, but the ones that I took out of the playroom, I just put at the top of my office closet.
So let your guard down, and I say, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too, if not says who, yeah, you can make it too, if not says who. Something knocked you out. You felt your limitation.
Going through tons and tons of bins that each had tons of tiny toys and tiny pieces of toys was probably the most tedious thing I've ever done. And there were so many times when I was tempted just to dump the entire bin into the trash can, which probably would have been fine, but I knew that there were toys that my kids were missing pieces for, and I just wanted to try to be as thorough as I could. But I was feeling so overwhelmed in the fact that it seemed like it was never going to end. Even though this was earlier in the day and the beginning of me kind of going through the bins, it felt like it was never going to end. So as I was going through everything, I kept having to tell myself, if I just keep doing this and keep doing the next thing, I'm eventually going to get to the end. And as simple as that sounds, that's literally the only thing that got me through the day.
And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too, if not says who, yeah, you can make it too, if not says who.
Over time, we have acquired so many of these bins, but they're not all the same. So every time I would fill one up, I had to go through all the different lids to see what would fit. And it was just kind of making me laugh because at one point out on the landing, I think I went through 22 lids before I found the right one. And I just had to laugh about it because I was like, is this for real?
I might be dreaming. I might be dreaming. You're stirring things up. My heart is beating. My heart is beating. I won't let go. I can't say no. My heart is yours. So
I had to cut a lot of this clip out because I was going through the bin of all my old yearbooks, and I get so distracted and I start looking through all my old messages and notes and then even pictures and stuff. It's so fun to look through those, and it was a nice little break in the day because I felt like I was going nonstop. But I also found the DVD of my high school graduation, which, side note and just random fact, I sang at my graduation. I sang Carrie Underwood, Whenever You Remember, with two of my best friends. And I need to find a DVD player to actually watch that one day because I don't know if I've ever fully watched it through. I'm sure it's just an absolute joy to watch. I cannot wait to just see that again, you know.
you see right through me. I don't wanna hide. No, I don't wanna hide. I won't let go. I can't say no. My heart is yours, so I say here we go. You do that something to me. You do that something to my say here we go. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop, I'm like a spinning top. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop, and I keep spinning. You see right through me, do that to me. So let's do this, baby. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, you won't stop, I'm like a spinning top. Giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, giving it up. Oh, I'm like a spinning top. Giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, spinning top. Giving it up, giving it up. I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby. Dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens.
So as we were going through all this stuff, which the majority of this corner over here were bins from Mark's childhood, and then I was looking through my yearbook, so obviously that brought back memories too. It made me think about my childhood, and I would love to just hear one random fact or memory from your childhood. So the other day I was kind of talking to my girls about riding bikes and stuff. I used to love to ride my bike, and we had this kind of hill in the neighborhood. It was a corner lot, and the lady who owned the house never minded if we rode through her lot, which looking back now, I think that's kind of weird, but it was super bumpy, and it was this big hill, and there were lots of tree roots and stuff, and I used to love riding my bike through there because it felt like I was riding a horse, because my whole life I have wanted a horse. I still want one to this day. I love them so much. They're my favorite animal. And I used to pretend all day long that I was riding through that lot on a horse.
You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
There was a point in time in my life that I really got into scrapbooking. Now I feel like, did y'all see? I literally laid my head down for way longer than that. I cut some of it out. I got to a point in the day where I was like, what are we doing? But anyways, I loved to scrapbook for a little while, but then I found that I didn't quite have the time or the patience to do it anymore, but I did save a lot of my stuff. So I just found that bin the other day, and I showed it to the girls, and they could not have been happier. They are going through it. They're kind of using the papers, making crafts. They're very crafty. They love to do stuff like that. So I'm really happy that I have it and that it will still get some use.
Let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Yeah. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Yeah. I don't know anybody that could compare to you. The way you're always smiling, the way you light up a room. I couldn't live without you, not even if I tried. Cause every day I'm with you, I'm flying over the clouds. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm flying over the clouds. And I'm not coming down. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky.
This dresser was actually originally part of our master bedroom furniture. It was the first furniture I think Mark and I even bought together, and it went in our old house, and then when we moved here we put it in our master bedroom for just a little bit, and then that's when I got the new furniture for our bedroom. So it kind of has moved all around, and it was originally that dark brown color. So a few years ago I painted it that gray and I replaced the drawer pulls. And I love it so much, and we moved it into the playroom. I feel like it's just perfect for the TV. And then you're gonna see later how Mark organized all of his video games. That kind of showed a little bit of it in the drawer, but he did each drawer and it looks really, really good. And then this bookshelf is actually from Wayfair. We've had it for a long time, but I kind of just have let it sit empty. So I got these bins from Target, and I kind of use them to just organize all of the little pieces that we have. I try to keep as many educational games as I can, and that's what most of these bins are, because I love for my kids to play with stuff like this as opposed to being on electronics or anything like that.
Don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.
Another season we leave behind. Another story that's got me blind. Got only you on my mind. I couldn't face what I couldn't find. Just need to know I need peace of mind. Where are you now? Even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie, we are healing. Even though words are deceiving.
I feel like with having 4 kids in the house, you can just never have too many books. I did go through recently and get rid of a bunch of the baby books and maybe books for 1 or 2 year olds, just because we don't really need those anymore. But my kids love to read. My girls even have more books in their rooms too, and I just feel like it's one of the best ways that children learn is from reading and being read to.
There's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. Believe in you.
Those bins off to the side right now, the ones that you can see where it says Max on the top, I have actually had a video on these before and I've talked about them before, but those are my kids' school bins. So they're going to be with them all the way from pre-K to up through 12th grade, and they have each year of schoolwork for them. I try to save the important papers that I feel like, the report cards, and then all of their crafts that are personalized to them. Y'all know, as a mom of 4, I cannot keep everything, but I try to just keep the things that I know they'll enjoy looking back on. And I don't think that this is going to be the permanent place for them, but during this playroom cleanup, it just made the most sense for now. I think Mark and I might actually build something that can just keep these 4. That way, if I need to get to a bin at the bottom, I can get to it a little bit easier. But I do love having them. I found this idea on Pinterest, and then I just kind of made them myself, and it has worked great so far. Now, there are a few papers that are not in there that I need to go through, but for the most part, it has them organized from 2 years old all the way to whatever grade they're in now.
Get it through my head that even though I lost, I'll find something better. I'm running all around this town. This feeling has me stepping down.
I think that it was at this part of the cleaning that I first started to see us in the home stretch and felt like we could get through this. There were so many things that I was on the fence about. Do we keep this? Do we get rid of it? And when you're in this phase of cleaning, you're like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. At least that's how I felt. So I was just ready to get everything out of here so I could vacuum and clean, and so this space could feel fresh for the first time in months.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up our love friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
This rug is from Wayfair, and it basically has every single color of the rainbow, which is just perfect for this space. You guys know I love Wayfair so much. I'm constantly saying such good things about them. They have excellent customer service, and even the few times that things have gotten messed up, they always make it right. I'm actually on the wait list for a rug on Wayfair. I don't think I've ever done that before, but there's one I have been eyeing for my downstairs for a really long time, and I don't think it comes back in stock until August. But if you guys have been keeping up with kind of what we're doing with our couch downstairs, we ordered one, and it is supposed to be here in July. So I'm trying to figure out the timing of all that, because when the new couch comes, I'm going to want to set it up, but I'm going to want the new rug to be with it. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how all that's going to play out, but I am so excited about all of the changes coming up.
We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
I love to hear from you guys from time to time about what y'all would love to see on my channel. So I'm always going to have the cleaning and organizing motivation, and that won't change, but I was wondering if there's anything in particular that you would like to see me organize. I know a couple of y'all had mentioned in my last video how you would like to see more recipes and cooking, and I can definitely include that. If you guys know me well, you know I'm not a gourmet chef, and I never will be, but I do cook from time to time, so I can always include that. And I know sometimes that's motivating as moms because we feel busy or we feel like we always make the same recipes, and sometimes it's nice to see something different. But if there's anything else y'all would like to see me clean or organize, just leave it in the comments, and I'm going to make a huge list and start trying to tackle things one by one over the rest of the summer.
Party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing a blink. I could go for some Queen Bee too. Bass is going boom boom. If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide. Surfing on a wave of good feelings. Well, it's just another Friday in paradise. So bring your A game, 'cause you know this party won't stop. We could never run out of time. Sipping strawberry lime, you know I wanna share it with you. Basie's going boom boom. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over, we can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide. It's getting kinda crazy up in here. Got that DJ playing music everybody wants to hear, yeah. It's getting kinda crazy up in here. Everybody wants a ride in the water slide.
Okay, and now the landing is a total disaster, but we are not even going to move on to the next thing until we do all this stuff. So I just kind of wanted to explain it. All of this right here is stuff we're going to recycle. A lot of these bins are what we had when we moved in this house 3.5 years ago, and we've just held on to them for all this time, and we just don't really need them anymore. So we're going to recycle those or give them to somebody who needs them. I bet somebody in our neighborhood probably needs them. A lot of boxes we're going to recycle. These bins right here that are full are going to the garage. I will show you all the shelf. We have it perfectly organized. I just need to print out some more labels for these 4 and those 4. And then this stack over here, or this little pile, is all giveaway. So that stuff we're going to take and donate. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of trash. So we're going to take care of all of this right now, even though it's starting to get a little bit later. I think it's about 8 o'clock, but we're gonna try to get it all done before the kids go to bed.
And you getting away with everything they do. This can't keep going on. No, we're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions. We'll be running with the lions, lions. They can't run, they can't hide. We won't stop until they're down. We'll be running with the lions, lions. I'll go through fire. I'll climb the mountains for you. Tell me, 'cause I'm looking out for you. This can't keep going on. No, 'cause you're not alone in this. We'll do this together.
Okay, I know I said I would show y'all the garage too, so this is what we have done with the shelves, and I cannot tell you how happy it makes me because it is fully organized, it is very clearly labeled, and I don't have to think about this stuff until I need it, which is what I love, and it's just out of our home but also still organized. So I hope that all of this today has brought you guys so much cleaning motivation and organization motivation. And if you are wanting to tackle some kind of impossible task, just know you can do it if you put your mind to it. Even if you're exhausted, you can push through it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.
We're gonna find them. La 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 la. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions.